the chat. We're trying to solve this issue. Let's see what they say.
Post the 3 millionth digit of pi. That way we'll know you're hearing us.
Everybody seems to be blaming me.
7.
You're a scapegoat.
Somebody said yes, they can hear us.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah,
All right.
Well, that's on Facebook. I don't know. YouTube kind of like effed, and it just I don't know what happened with YouTube.
YouTube,
we're getting YouTube comments now.
Yeah, it's slowly coming in.
You sure?
We should be back, everybody.
How do I?
The symbol, the
tell your
icon.
friends.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm working right now, baby. You gotta go.
Please, I just want to talk to them.
Uncle Bob.
I just want to talk to
You
them.
can't, babe. You can't. Not right now.
I just want.
Hi,
One of
Olivia.
those
Hi,
days.
Olivia.
She has thoughts on
We're gonna do
vaccines.
it
Let her
such a
talk.
second.
Olivia, what's the answer to
Running
this
late.
puzzle? Quick.
Behind.
I don't know what it is.
Stand up.
Yes.
Hi,
Stand
Olivia.
up. Stand up.
Hi.
You gotta stand up, hon. There you go.
My gosh, you look like your
Okay,
mom,
that's it.
Olivia.
Thank you. I love you.
Don't have
I love you.
Hi,
And the handoff.
Hi, Ashley.
Ashley, did you have
I was watching.
That's Bob's daughter with Jay's daughter. All right.
Yes, I don't know what's happening with YouTube.
I had a daylight savings snafu earlier in the week. I had a lecture.
It's a new
It's like a
link.
lecture that I booked 6 months ago,
Mhm.
right? And like, it's a Zoom lecture, and everyone was doing everything correctly, like a week beforehand, like making sure I have the link, everything set up, and like 3 days beforehand, and the morning of, it's all set, we're ready to go. I have the schedule, and then I sign on, and I'm an hour late because they didn't
Daylight
adjust the schedule
savings.
for daylight savings time.
Sure.
That's not your fault.
No, I know it was totally 100% not my fault, but it was just
It's not my
you know,
fault.
But the thing is, like, daylight saving was just 3 days prior, and when we checked the time, it was correct. Then daylight savings time happened, and now we're not correct.
Yeah.
So they did not initially calculate correctly for daylight savings?
Yeah, well, they're not in Germany. They're in Germany. They're not in the U.S. And I guess it's different there. I don't know.
Well, let's see. Daylight, day is Tag, light is, I don't know what light is in German, and savings. Well, and time is Zeit. So,
Jay, so continue your rant.
Yeah. So.
oh, yeah, that's right. We were.
No,
we
that's why
ranted
we got
about-
kicked
I don't
off.
know
that's what
YouTube
crashed
kicked
us,
us off.
right?
Yes, that's the
I don't know
crash.
what
Sorry.
No
last
rants
thing you
today.
guys heard.
Sorry,
So anyway,
everybody.
so Steve and I were like, all right, it's time. Like my laptop literally, like within 2 months, turned into a boat anchor. You ever have that happen? It literally
brick.
did nothing but
Brick. You bricked it.
no. It was a boat anchor. It was worse.
Oh.
It was as if I dropped it in the bathtub. This
Bartender.
thing, but it didn't work. We had a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm like, a lot of like travel is coming, and I need my laptop when I travel. So I'm like, all right, Steve, let's do it. So we do all the whole thing. We do all the research. We research like 3 or 4 different companies, and I've always been a fan of Alienware. I get my
Well, they have good.
Alienware.
They're a good multimedia laptop. Like if you need to do video and audio production on the road, there's not many options.
Yeah.
And that's
Or play
one of the
games.
good options, even though it's really optimized for gaming.
Gaming.
At the same time, that optimizes it for video and audio. Assuming you're in the PC world, don't tell us to go Mac. It's too late.
Yeah.
We're in the PC
We
world.
bought
Yeah.
our tickets.
Politically correct, folks.
Whoops.
So
Sorry.
I've bought Dell products my entire computer life here
Yeah.
and there. Desktops. Then I started building my own desktops.
You're getting a
can't
Dell,
really-
dude.
You can't build a freaking laptop.
No.
Still for this day. So I get the laptop, and it's a workhorse. The thing is a monster, and it blue screened. On average about every 5 minutes. So I complain. I tell Steve. Talking to them. Long story short, they were going to swap it out. Like, okay, we're going to send you a new one, and we'll replace it. So you would think that they would send me an exact replica of it, right? No. What they do is they emailed me, here, would you take this computer? And every time they sent me a new one that they said that they want to send me, it did not have it was like about 70% of the specs of the original computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking to Steve, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Send me an i9 processor. I want ultra high definition, and I need a 3080 graphics card because I do, video editing, it has to be able to handle this. So then Steve and I figured it out. The components are no longer available.
Yeah.
Straight up, Dell can't
Right.
even get their hands on an i9 processor at
Shortages.
this point.
Yeah.
So
I know I ordered mine in July, still haven't gotten it.
yeah,
I just keep every couple of weeks they send me a notice that it's been delayed for a couple more weeks. It's just
Wow.
totally MIA.
so I decided, yeah, and you're gonna be, you might have to go with a you might have to just go with a lesser machine, I guess.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, my old laptop, I mean, it's like 5-6 years old. It's like way overdue for an update. I probably, if we were traveling over the last 2 years, I probably would have updated it already. It's basically my travel computer. So
Yeah.
I just was, didn't need it during the pandemic. So I'm not in a rush because I have a working computer. It's, but we'll see how long should I wait, to get this
Right.
laptop. I don't know.
So what happened is I just said, fine, I'll send you in the broken laptop. I send it in. I have to admit they turned it around pretty quickly, but this is after 7 weeks of them essentially dodging me. And that could become infuriating, because I'm soaking in a lot of time looking up the stupid status of this thing. You know how it goes. You're getting
Well,
abused.
they're
at this
desperate. I
point.
think they're desperate.
So I sent it back. I got it back today. I reinstalled everything. I moved all my files over. It hasn't crashed yet. They said they swapped out the motherboard and I guess the RAM. So it's essentially a new laptop. And then I'm sitting here going, how do I know they didn't take out my 3080 graphics card? I'm going to have to investigate to make sure that it came back with the components.
Resell it.
Because they don't have them anymore. They don't have 3080s online anymore. So I'm pretty pissed off at Dell right now, just because it was bad customer service. I said to the guy I talked to, the guy that basically talked me into sending back my broken laptop, and I said, okay, so will you please reset my warranty? Could you at least do that? Like change literally a number in a computer for me so I can have, because the warranty to me is,
Oh, sure. It should reset.
They don't do anything like that. They don't
Yeah.
care that I waited 7 weeks. They don't care that I'm pissed off. They're not going to give me anything. Zero like nice customer service. It was all just very stone cold. That's it. They are willing to do nothing. So just keep that in mind next time if you're out buying a laptop that isn't Apple. Keep that in mind. I think that Dell deserves this criticism because they pissed me off. This is not what should be happening with a company that's been around for that long. They know exactly what they're doing. It's not like they're new and you have to deal with some bullshit. It's a small company. This is Dell is probably $1 billion company, and I should not have to put up with this crap. And yeah, why couldn't you extend my warranty a few months? Why not? So
they should have just extended it for a year.
Yeah.
What does that cost them? Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's by the numbers, Steve. If they did it with
Yeah.
me, they'd be doing it with millions of people. And yeah, I get it.
Not necessarily that there's something to be said for being the squeaky wheel, and they usually have a protocol for if the consumer complains enough, this is what you do to make them happy. You know what I mean? Like these are the options that you have at your disposal.
Look, hey, everybody's saying different companies. I did look up a Lenovo. I looked up Asus. I couldn't get the stats that I wanted out of those two companies, even though the laptop's rated very highly. And also, Lenovo has a keyboard thing that I cannot deal with.
You know what? A lot of them
Shocks
don't
you?
have.
What?
A lot of them don't have a line in. It's
Audio
like,
in?
No line in. Like they have a headphone jack, but they don't have a line in jack. And so if we ever wanted to use like one of our microphones, you can't do it. The Alienware does have it. It does have a line in. So that one feature alone eliminates 90% of the laptops out there.
There's no adapters?
They make you rely on the camera mic and on the microphone built into the
Well, you could
case.
probably use a USB microphone, right?
Yeah.
But we can't use a USB
Sorry,
microphone.
Would be.
Jay, did you see the email we got? An update on the location of your laptop?
No, why? Is there a picture? What
It's in
happened?
Tucson.
There it is. Yep, there it
There
is.
it is. Come on, man.
Wow, it's getting closer.
It's close.
Yeah. So, I also, you got to think iPhones and laptops and your PCs. These are things that we're intimate with. Like we load them with our personal information.
Mhm.
You know, and the fact that like I got a total dud from that factory, like what happened? What went wrong? Like, don't they have
I'm
diagnostics?
sure there's a certain percentage of duds off the line. You just lost the lottery, the laptop lottery.
Yeah.
No, nothing you can do about that.
So we have something cool happening right now, don't we,
Oh
Steve?
yeah? What's that?
We have people that are we have
People.
patrons
I know we have
that are willing to poison themselves live on this show.
Wait,
Oh yeah,
alleged
a live
not
poisoning. All right, you haven't done one of
Let's
those
get
in a
to it.
while.
no
Wait.
YouTube censor. Wait, hold on.
Right.
In some cultures.
You've been flagged.
Okay, so are we ready to bring them on?
Yeah, bring them
Actually,
in.
wait.
Yeah.
Sure.
One person ran away for something. I can see them. There they are. And here we go. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Wow.
So,
Hey,
Hello.
holy crap.
Hey,
It's
everyone.
It's like some kind of thing, Squid Game kind of thing going on.
so everybody wants to know, who are these people?
Who are these
Who are
crazy
these
people?
So we have history. So Fred and Sharon are our Discord mods, or 2 of our Discord mods. Avi,
piss us off.
do you do anything on Discord for us, or do you just enjoy it?
Sort of. I mean, I organize the weekly SGU where a bunch of us on Discord just chat on Zoom. But beyond
that's
that,
cool. No, that's mod behavior. I'd give you at least minor mod behavior. But so what happened
Mod-like
is
behavior.
there's a lot of people, a lot of patrons that, you know, everybody that's on Discord is a patron, but a lot of the patrons on there have become friends with each other. You know, we set up a poutine lunch at One Nexus when we remember
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
pre-pandemic.
poutines.
Remember that
Yeah.
shit?
Yep, that's him. Yeah,
So
that's my
Sharon-
fault.
Sharon likes to make stuff and send people stuff, so she sends food items. Her biscuit was great, but now we have this, and
Yes,
apparently
we do.
this is a jelly, a jam, a butter.
Hey,
this
how
is
come
a
where's mine?
neurotoxin.
I didn't get one.
This is a neurotoxin.
Steve, would you have taken a jar of this and opened it up and eaten it? You're the one who called it a neurotoxin in the first place.
It would have been nice to have had the choice.
I told you, Sharon. I told you.
So
Now
let me
I
ask
feel
everybody
bad.
a question. Before Steve answers, before Steve gives us the details,
Mhm.
Sharon, Fred, and Avi, are you actually afraid to eat some of this stuff?
Nah.
No.
Like I said, like I said before the stream, I have other poison in my fridge. It's called beer. I mean, that's a freaking poison
That's
too.
true.
I
That's true.
mean,
So what is this, Jay?
Very
What is
slow.
this, Jay?
It's paw butter. Paw butter.
I made it.
What's in this stuff? Yeah, Sharon made this at home. This is homemade.
Yeah.
What's in this crap? What am I about to put in my mouth?
It is pawpaws, sugar, lemon juice, vanilla, and water.
And
that's
neurotoxin. What, Steve, what is a neurotoxin? What does a neurotoxin do?
ooh, wow.
I mean, by definition, it kills neurons.
So will this kill
Well, only the
neurons
bad
if
ones.
will this kill neurons if I eat it?
I'm sure
So
my
wait.
students hope that'll kill my neurons.
I
They don't
mean,
have to
The
exams.
elephant in the room. What are pawpaws?
Pawpaws are a native fruit-bearing plant, native to the Northeast. I'm not sure exactly what their extent is. I actually have one growing in my backyard. It has,
You have everything growing in your backyard.
it has not borne fruit yet, but I do have one growing in my backyard.
So is this like straight up just the fruit, or is it flavored in any way?
It's not flavored in any way other than a tiny bit of lemon juice and, like I said, some sugar.
So Steve, tell me what this is going to do to us.
So it contains something called anonicin. It's a chemical compound with toxic effects.
Nice.
Is it
Yeah,
that
so
it's such a
but-
low dose of it that it won't?
Well,
hit
the
me?
thing, the dose always makes the poison, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it is.
So, you know, if I
This
wouldn't
is a
like,
big deal.
I wouldn't
you know?
knock back that whole jar of butter in one night,
Oh,
you know.
goddamn.
But if you use
right.
it occasionally, you're probably okay.
I vote.
Probably.
Although Jay, you don't have any
Hey,
neurons to
Sharon, yeah.
spare, so just
Okay,
be careful.
Sharon, hold
All right.
on.
And I have a
Fred,
question after Jay.
Yes.
Fred, you're going first.
Okay.
He is no.
I don't want to say I love you. Also, if this tastes bad, we just look like full now.
You're
like
also
it's-
about to learn if you have an allergy to
Yeah.
right now. You
Yeah,
know.
call-
You have
call
your
my
X
God,
pens
no
ready?
pressure.
All right. Let's wait. Give it a minute. It takes a while to enter the bloodstream.
He feels the change.
Okay.
It's good. It's very good. I like
But
it.
Fred, look at it like this. It might kill brain cells of a bad memory, so this could be a good thing.
Yeah, could be. Also,
All right. He went for 2 spoonfuls.
Yeah.
All right, Avi, go ahead, man.
Okay, I have some on this toast that I went downstairs.
Okay,
to
that's
get.
reasonable.
Keep
Good
an eye on
idea.
Fred, everyone.
It is a butter-like material,
Yeah,
so put it on
literally
toast.
yeah, I totally
Oh.
breakfast
All right,
with that
Fred
tomorrow.
and Avi, do you feel anything?
Ah!
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my
Feel a
god.
little less smart.
Now you're getting it.
Are you hearing voices? Is anything weird happening?
I'm hearing this like mid-range voice. Keeps asking me if I'm hearing voices.
It's crazy.
Oh, you need an exorcist.
All right.
Who are you guys? Who are you?
Sharon,
Demon.
you're up. Who are you guys? Sharon, go ahead. I'm sure you've already eaten it, but let's see.
Of course I have. I swirl it into a little yogurt. I have it on English muffins. It's good.
Yeah.
It tastes
Steve,
like
I-
a banana. Steve would love it.
Do
Yeah,
I have
it
anything to
does.
worry
Yeah.
about? Am I going to
What
be
kind
okay?
of bananas are you tasting that just tastes like a banana?
Yeah, it tastes like
It
banana
really-
and like a half of a like between the mixture of a banana and a mango would be
You know,
my
it
What's
actually
the name
smells
of
like
it?
pineapple to me, though.
It does have a little pineapple-y sort of thing going on
I
too.
like pineapple.
Very tropical.
Yeah, that's
it tastes
what-
like tropical
Yeah.
fruit.
Yeah, it does.
It does smell tropical. I like
Yeah.
it.
Banana. I mean,
It's really delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah.
describe. Yeah, banana. There's something. Yeah, that would be really good on a toast. Yeah, tomorrow morning. I will have that.
Speaking of
All right.
bananas, you know what's arriving at my house
Bob.
on
Evan,
Monday?
Gorilla?
enjoy yourself. Yes.
Grow
Enjoy
Michelle?
yourself.
Yes.
Oh my
Grow
god!
Michelle bananas. Monday.
Wow. So
God
what's the
damn.
plan? So I'll be
Have
there
you ever had-
Monday.
Yeah, so you guys
I'll
should
be
come
there.
to my house on Monday night, and we're gonna eat them on camera.
How many guys?
for
Don't
the first time?
I'm jealous.
not the whole chat, please.
no, that would be a
No,
bit of
I-
a trip from
I meant
Ontario.
Jay, Bob, Evan, and Ian. Those are the guys I meant.
Okay.
Jay,
No
No
take that
offense,
jar
but my
with you
wife
so
would
Steve
complain
can
if like
taste it.
30 people.
Yeah, I
showed
will.
up.
It's in the fridge.
But it's the bananas.
I'm just afraid it's been just so overhyped at this
I know.
point.
It can't possibly live up to the hype. yeah.
Right. Can't possibly. So
Well, I will tell you the apple bananas I had were wonderful.
Yeah.
They were
The
great.
ice cream
Like,
bananas that we had were good too.
yeah, but
Yeah.
what were your expectations? We've been building this up for like 8 years.
I mean, it's a banana, right? It's just probably going to be a slightly better banana. That's what I'm really expecting.
Like 10%.
right. I
I'm
wonder if we should
expecting
have
a
a regular banana
banana-gasm.
with
I
it.
mean, I
Steve.
think-
Banana-gasm.
It's got it. I think that we're going to be very impressed. I think we're going to be like, wow, this is really good. That's what I.
You need to put some of the pawpaw butter on the banana.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Blind
It'd be
taste test.
That'll do.
I could never eat another Cavendish as long as I live.
What if
Sharon,
I
if
wonder
I
if we should
rub-
have a
if I
Cavendish
rub
first.
the pawpaw butter underneath my arms, will this help with like over sweating? You don't
Who
know,
knows?
do you?
it'll kill off all the nerves there, so you won't be able to feel the sweat
Exactly.
anymore.
You're right. That's
Perfect.
good.
I think it helps with undersweating.
I
Just
don't think
don't
it
get
has
it,
any
Jay.
topical applications, but I don't know.
Do not get it confused with your lubricant, if you know what I mean. That would
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
That might sting a little bit. So I remember. So this was going back when I owned a software company, and I had a lot of people come off the street who the web was new, and people were walking in and they wanted a website for this and a website for that. So these people came in, and it was the Aki. What do you call that stupid berry? Asia.
Aside?
Asai.
Acai berry.
So these were
Aki.
people who had they were suckered into buying like 2 vans worth. It's in their basement. And they
There was a
come in-
multi-level marketing company built around Asai.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they had one of those pieces of paper that looked like it was photocopied into oblivion, where you could barely read it. And they said that this juice that you drank, first off, the guy told me, I go, how's it taste? And he goes, you can get used to it. I'm like, wow, can't even say it tastes good.
It tastes like shite. That's why.
It cures
It does.
everything. He literally said you could rub it on your elbow. I'll never forget this one. You could rub it on your elbow,
That's your
or your shoulder if you have sore muscles. And I said to him, I go, "What? How does it get to your muscles? How does it get there?" And he goes, "I don't know. It doesn't matter." Like, he didn't care. He just literally, they thought this thing was a cure-all. I guarantee you, I didn't build them the website, by the way, but I guarantee you that they are still poor wherever they are. I remember
that was a brilliant scam. Somebody cornered the market on a completely worthless berry because it tastes bitter and it has no use whatsoever, and then just sold it as snake oil, and a bunch of schmucks like these guys bought van loads of it.
Right. They just did the whole marketing shtick, and away they went.
They were unlucky they didn't get on Dr. Oz. if they were, it could have worked.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, I think, just a little bit before Dr. Oz's time, but that's how the Oz scam works. That's
all you need is one good celebrity, and it takes off.
With the caffeine stuff, they had this caffeine, like coffee berry or green berry, I don't know. It just talked about it, and like people just start selling the shit.
You can buy it at Goop for 10 times the normal price, by the way.
One of the most brilliant marketing schemes of all time is blah, blah, blah. The thing that they didn't want you to know about, right? This whole, they don't want you to know about it. Think about what happens in that one sentence. It's saying they don't want you to know about it. You are a specially informed person, right? You have secret information. There's a bad guy, and you have access to something that the rest of the world isn't smart enough to access. It does multiple things in one sentence, and it is genius if you think about it. And as we've learned, like, people love to, conspiracy theorists love to think that they know information that nobody knows about, like they have the inside tip, and they love to hate. They like to have an enemy. And when you say they don't want you to know about it, whoever they are the bad guys. I just think it's genius.
Yeah, no, it's an effective marketing scam. There's a whole book series on like what they don't want you to know about, right?
So Sharon, this might sound like I've been buttering you up, but what do you think about us selling your pawpaw as like a magical? Wait, I got it. We will only sell it to pseudoscientists and conspiracy theorists, and we'll tell them it'll help you with your nonsense by killing your brain cells, which is the part we won't tell them.
Isn't it a shame that we're so ethical that we won't do this?
I know. We can't make money any of the easy
I don't know.
ways.
Speak
It's
for
all
yourself.
hard.
It's also a very limited edition item. There are only 8 jars existing of it in the world right now. So, that makes it especially valuable.
Yep.
I hate
Blockchain
being
it.
ethical.
Now it's worth 100 times.
Yeah, it would be good. We know all the trapping. It's like, we know all the trappings are to do pseudoscience, a cult. We can start a cult too.
Oh my God! Think about if we all of us that watch this show, listen to this show and the podcast, if we all turned evil, and we decided to work together, think about it. We could all become rich. With the knowledge that we have to take advantage of people who are
honestly, that wouldn't work, and the reason is because you have to be an actual psychopath in order to be able to do that.
To lie to people like that,
we would never be as ruthless
You could fake
and
it.
as scummy as you would actually have to be.
Can't you hire out that part of it to a subcontract?
Yeah,
Let them
maybe
be
we can eat that
figurehead.
until we become psychopath. It's
Yeah.
gonna kill.
You need a
It's gonna
figurehead
kill
or
him,
something.
buddy.
Just have enough of the pawpaw butter, and then we'll become. Is that how it works?
All right, let me ask our 3 guests some questions. Avi, who are you and what do you do?
I am Avi. I am a mathematician. Right now, I'm a postdoctoral associate at the University of Western Ontario, doing math things. Some of my work on the board. Well, yeah.
That's the best you can come up with, like that.
Yeah, I know. It was
Lame.
You had the opportunity to write something really impressive back there.
Yeah, but I couldn't think of something. This is just.
You couldn't think of any of that math stuff
already on the board that I was just like trying to understand a paper and
Nice math puzzle would have been.
All right, well, I'll tell you what.
Don't you have like? Do you give any Zoom lectures or anything or Zoom talks?
Yes.
So don't you have
Actually-
your math background you just put up behind you, like with the really impressive equations on it?
I have this this Zoom background of some Hagoromo chalk, which is like the world's greatest chalk. If you've never seen the video, look up
It's
world's
the
greatest.
Gromashell of chalk.
Exactly. It's the greatest chalk.
World's greatest chalk.
Yes.
We'll have to taste that.
And I will sometimes put there, and then when I was teaching number theory, I had this picture of Pierre de Fermat, who is one of the major figures in very early number theory a few centuries ago. You may have heard of Fermat's last theorem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But you decided to go with chalk. That was your impressive. I'm gonna wow these guys with chalk. Forget Fermat's last theorem or whatever. Forget that.
Yeah, but you might look it up, Steve. It might be really cool.
It is very good chalk.
It's really, really good chalk, though.
You can do a podcast called Chalk Talk.
They call it the
They
call it the Rolls Royce of chalk.
Yes, basically. It is.
I guess
it is
that's
chalk.
what gets mathematicians excited.
Yeah.
So
They are weird people.
There's this football. I don't know if he's still a football player, but the guy in the NFL named John Urschel, who mathematicians all know who he is because while he was in the NFL, he was getting a mathematics degree at MIT. And one year for his birthday, the thing that he wanted his teammates to get him was a box of this Hagoromo chalk. And everyone just in this team just thought it was super hilarious because it is hilarious, but they got him the chalk.
But what's funny is, I mean, you joke about this, but every profession has their high-end chalk. You know what I mean? Like there's the chalk of everything. Like in medicine, this is before the days of everything being digitized. We had our Mont Blanc pen, right? Because you have to walk around with a pen. You got to sign everything. So of course you got to get the Mont Blanc pen. That's the pen that doctors have. That's impressive. It's a fucking pen.
Right there,
But,
folks.
yeah.
Mont Blanc pen, the white star.
There you go. My
how
problem with the high-end doodads like that is that they're so losable. You know, like how much money do I want to spend on something that I will lose at some point?
So that's why you need somebody in your department to get a whole bunch of it, and then you just whenever you need a piece of the chalk, you just go find it and just get it
Need a pen chain, you hang it around your neck, never lose it.
I've lost the pen that you got us, Steve, when we had the book come out. I lost it about 5 times. I keep finding it.
Oh, okay.
You got to put it in the same place.
Oh my God, it's literally like I put it down and it disappears.
You got to have a place for it.
I have that too.
Warping
right,
is a warping pen.
Sharon, who are you, and why are you here?
There's my
that's a good question. Well, I am Sharon. I am a librarian. I work at I am the administrator of a special library in Ohio. So
a special library?
All libraries are special. Some are more special than others.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And I'm a mod, and I like to send Jay things, so that's mostly why I'm here, because I do regularly send it. Actually, I send him and Fred things quite often.
I appreciate
Although it's way more expensive to send them to Fred because he's in Canada.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we put up with Fred, but
we'll get to that in a minute.
It's an expensive relationship. The guy cost us money.
Yeah.
Come on. I drove like 900 kilometers to get to you like 3 times.
Hey,
what's
just
that, like
having
20
you on
miles
this
or
live
something?
stream, we had to make a special connection to Canada to just get you here. You really are a money soak, dude.
It's the boundary bias, right? We have to cross an international border. Doesn't matter how far it is; it's over the border.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Sharon, the first time
it has been very difficult to go across the border, but it's getting better now.
It is, yeah. It's starting to loosen up. Sharon, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we meet for the first time at Nexus when I called you up on stage for the game show?
Yes, which is why James Randi is staring over my shoulder right now, because that is the poster that I won when you and I were in that Randy.
Yeah.
Hey, we won it fair and square.
No, we did. It was legit. Yeah, that was funny because I remember
Brian is never going to forgive me for that. I stay away from him because he's probably still out to get me for having taken that poster.
Right before we went, that game show was so weird because we needed something to fill up a half-hour time slot. So we have lots of game shows like that we could do, whatever, like ideas always percolating. But that day we're like, what are we gonna do? Let's do a game show. We'll call people up from out of the audience. And for no reason, Brian turns to me and goes, "Yeah, and you and I are gonna have a problem with each other." And I'm like,
so
right.
that's what was going on.
Yeah, so he decided that his comedy bit was going to be that he's just out of the box angry at me, right? And it ended up being really funny. Like it ended up his anger was funny. Every time he threw you and me shade, it was funny. The audience thought it was hysterical. Well, Sharon, I'd like to thank you for the stuff you send me. I do eat everything that you send me.
I figured.
Clearly.
That sounds like a blank check there, Sharon.
Don't take advantage of that, please.
Send him.
Well, he
Mealworms.
actually, if you never got any of the Scott, he was supposed to share those.
No, I ate all of it.
I'm sure he doesn't share the good stuff.
No, because what happens
Yeah,
is
the
like,
non-toxic stuff. Thanks.
I don't see Evan that much, and there could be stretches like during the pandemic, as an example, where I didn't see Bob and Steve for a while. I'm not going to leave that stuff in the box wrapped up with their names on it. I'm going to eat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's not be crazy. Why would he
All right.
pass on stuff meant for us?
Fred,
Yeah.
come on, man. Everybody loves you. You know it.
Thank you.
Who are you? Why are you here? Why are you Canadian? And why do you continue to choose to be Canadian?
Okay, so
you can fix that problem.
Well, okay. So first, I work at the university here. I live in Trois-Rivières, which is, by the way, just beside Bécancour, where the place where Denis Villeneuve was born. Mm-hmm. So, and the guy did his first year college here, so he's kind of a big name around here. We love him very much. So I work at the university at IT. So I'm the one you call when you have network problem, computer problem with like the university material. Like so
Dell
like,
computer. Yeah,
now we have HP. Well, some people you can buy Dell or Mac or something like that. So we debug everything. And sorry to say, you Mac bugs and Mac broke down. I just got it's all machines. They're all machine. They're all software. They have bug. The Windows will break stuff. Apple breaks stuff every time they update something. Like, and we are the one like call people like, oh, there's no problem. Of course, because we are the one debugging it. And so anyway, so that's what I do, and we know each other because I went to Nexus 2018, the first one. Mm-hmm. I have my 2019 T-shirt. That's literally the first T-shirt I grabbed. That was this one. So, and I met Sharon there and many other Discordian, which was pretty cool. So yeah, and the first time we talked was actually after the live stream. I get up. I was sitting like right in front of Evan, and after the live stream, I just get up and I went to you, Jay, just to say, "Hey, Jay, how are you?" And I wanted to tell you that I was agreeing with you on your opinion about 2001 Space Odyssey, that it's not a great movie, not as much as Steve thought it is. Because me and my brother have the exact same argument. So like my brother is like,
listen,
Steve,
I get it. It's not for everybody.
No, I know.
Not everyone is smart enough and sophisticated enough to appreciate.
I know you're gonna tell this.
A film like 2001.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not about being smart or not. It's I get all you have all your point. The point is great. Like
have you watched Legally Blonde? You might like that movie.
Yeah. Okay, look, literally my favorite movie is Arrival and Dune. So yeah, I'm smart enough.
Which Dune?
Hey, Fred, look, man.
Rescues you a little bit.
Fred, you and I, we're like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get it.
I know.
We get each other.
Yeah.
We tolerate Steve's weird love for this movie. It's okay.
No,
well, Fred, Steve. I want to thank you, too, because you help us out a lot. You watch out you got our backs. Like we had a problem on Discord. Some guy was being a jerk. Fred had to email me and warn me. Like this guy came on. He's basically like just shit bombing our Discord, and then.
Yeah, they straightened me out though. I'm good now.
No, I have to. Just to be fair, I did make a mistake. Like the way I was responding to the guy, I kind of make it personal, like to me instead of like to the mod and to the community. So I have to work a bit on the way I will enter stuff. I have to like correct myself. So but the guy was like swearing and say you're an idiot, like insulting like for no reason. So yeah.
Oh my god!
But
on
now
the
wait,
internet?
but
It's so rare that
Yeah, but
happens
so it was
though
his
on
first
this
day.
Discord. It
this
really
blows
is.
my
Yeah.
mind. It
Yeah.
was his first day on Discord.
Yeah.
And he went from, hey, I'm a patron for the SGU, to pissing off the mods, and then he emailed me like 4 paragraphs of complaint. I'm like,
Oh,
dude, you
wow.
just joined. You just joined. What could
Wow.
possibly have
You
happened?
did that?
I mean, look, I just had
Oh my
7
God.
weeks of hell with Dell, and I have about 4 sentences to say. That's it. Like, I don't have 4 paragraphs of what? Like,
It was more than 4 sentences.
you called. You get the point. I'm trying to.
Bob
I
is
don't know.
salty.
But he called the Discord a cesspool, and when I
Yeah.
read that word, I laughed. I just was like, "Oh, this guy." Then
You
it
spell it
was
correctly.
all funny
It's
for me.
literally the nicest place on the internet that I
Yeah.
ever go.
I know.
It is. Like people like going back and some you know, we have some hotheads in there that they can
Yeah.
go between themselves back and forth with heated argument. You just go, "Are you
That's
okay, guys?"
fine.
It's like, and boom, everything's settled. Everybody, yeah, okay. It's like there's nobody like trying to like shit bomb each other. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
So
It's-
I have a question for Fred and Sharon, because you guys both have bookshelves behind you.
Yes,
Well, bookshelf. My bookshelf is actually in the other room. This is like
Oh no!
chaos.
that looks like
That's the one
storage,
you
yeah.
have behind you.
It's a
On
book. It's a shelf.
the
Series of
question is, what's missing from those bookshelves?
shelves.
I know
Ah.
exactly what's missing.
Oh,
Here
you
we
mean
go.
The
your
books are
books?
There
over
we
here,
go.
Steve.
Wait.
No, I mean a particular
Evan,
book.
look at Evan. Look at
There is a particular book that is missing.
No, it's not. It's on that bookshelf.
Yeah, what's
Actually,
missing?
when I was doing my Zoom lectures last during the first COVID summer,
Mhm.
I made it a point in every one of my lectures. I had the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe book just sitting in the background.
There you go. That's what we're talking about.
Nice.
It has
right.
to be visible and close enough that it's readable and in a
Well, right now,
position of
Fred is
distinction.
wrestling
Whoa.
the SGU book out of somebody's hand in his house. That's
Sounds
what
like-
that screen
Did
was.
that come from him? Wow. I mean,
Oh, Bob,
Yeah, let's just think it's gonna.
it's insane in Canada, man.
It's like
Fred's
cats
back.
and dogs living together. It's crazy up there.
Totally.
Mass hysteria?
This is the one I read, and this is the
That's
one.
for show.
Yeah, and
One-
this is the one. Yeah, because I have to where it is.
Yeah,
Because-
it's right in the front.
Yep.
It's very close to the front. There you go.
Jay gave me
look.
that in 2019.
Woo!
nice.
Like personally
Very
gave me that.
valuable. You hold on
Before the
to that,
world
Fred.
ended.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, it was right before the world fell apart.
In the before time, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
I
When
tell
Meat Space
Well-
was a thing.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate the work that you do, and we also appreciate the support that you give us, on Patreon. It means a lot. I mean, let me put it to you like this: if it wasn't for Patreon, we would not be doing the live stream. The
Mhm.
Patreon gives us the
Yeah.
ability to do this in a way. So you guys are welcome to stay for the rest of the show if you want, because you might as well, because we're going to do the quiz in a little bit. But we're going
Sure.
to pivot over to the man, Evan.
Yeah.
Evan's got something over his left-hand shoulder that we got to figure out.
Aussie over shoulder effect. OSE, baby. All
It's,
right. This week's
some
puzzle.
kind of scale
Yeah, I
Mm.
suppose it could be
because it's
considered
contiguous. 0 to 12,
s-
12 to 50, 50 to 80.
It is, and there are 5 distinct, well, I guess categories, if you want to put it
Yeah.
that way. And there is a corresponding letter with each of these number categories. And the quiz is to fill in this particular one. Because I gave you the other 4. What more do you want? Do I have to give it all to you?
Mhm.
And there were some correct guesses among the Discord crowd. Would
Of
our guests like to
I know what it is.
give a crack? You know what it is,
Yeah.
Jay?
All right, so the T at the bottom stands for tiny.
Uh-huh.
The next one stands for small.
Okay.
The question mark is an M for medium.
Mhm.
Oh,
The T above that
makes
is
sense.
Titanic,
Okay.
and the E above that is enormous.
That's creative. Extremely creative.
Thank you.
And
And
in a certain
And
context,
what are the units?
right? Yeah. What would the units be?
They are bananas.
That's how many
Hmm.
bananas.
The
is
number
the volume
of,
of bananas.
The
yeah. It
size
seems
of
like
the
a
points.
range. It's a range of some
I
sort.
have
But
no idea. I
can-
can't figure this one out.
I'm bad at those. I never guessed. Maybe once. Like.
That's
So-
the big gulp sizes in ounces.
All right, can you give us a hint, Evan?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. So if 0 is ground level, how's that?
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
The atmosphere.
Is that
atmosphere?
troposphere? Troposphere? Is the bottom
It's a-
one troposphere?
The bottom one, what is it? Yes. it
Stratosphere,
is.
troposphere, stratosphere.
It's kilometers in
The
kilometers.
top
Bob.
one is exosphere and then thermosphere under
Right.
that.
And what's the
So
middle one, Bob?
Oh crap.
Mesosphere?
Mesosphere.
Mesosphere.
Oh,
Mesosphere.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
the-
letter M is correct. So Jay,
Wait,
you
what's
were
that?
correct, but for the wrong reason, much like science or fiction happens.
Yeah, that's correct.
Nice.
So M is the correct answer.
Good job,
And
Bob.
Very wary bear. I'll throw a shout out to you, my friend, in Discord for being the first one to guess that. So congrats.
And what is that,
This is-
kilometers?
Oh
this
yes,
is
I'm
where,
sorry. Kilometers. Yes, we have
yeah.
kilometers.
This is where Bob shines. This is the exact type of content that Bob's head loves to remember, right? Like
Yeah.
interesting things like this. Bob knows the names of clouds and how high up you are, what the hell sphere you're in, black hole, right, Bob? You love this kind of crap.
Yeah, I just love some things.
I mean, look at that exosphere though, 10,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
up there. I mean, our satellites, occupy basically that space,
Yeah.
right? A
Yeah.
lot of them do.
So, yeah, the divisions are interesting. There's some, subjectivity to it, but they're fairly objective in some interesting ways. What the delineations really are.
The
I
data
brought this
comes from
upstairs
comes
for
from
Steve.
NASA, by the way. So
Thank you.
What
just
is
so
this?
NASA.
It's nice. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Oh,
really
here we
cool.
go.
That's the second biggest 2001: A Space Odyssey
Oh, cool.
poster I've ever seen.
Whoa.
The
Do you have the
sad
biggest
thing
top?
is, Jay's wife has never seen it, and I've been
That's
trying
right.
to get her to see it for years.
Yeah, well, we
were
have it on the
supposed to see
schedule
it
now.
tonight, but
Oh,
then
you're
something
gonna-
went wrong, and we're going to have to reschedule it again for sometime in December.
Streaming problem.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to it. I'll watch it again, but that is it. Can I do spoilers or is it ridiculous to?
Don't do spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, all right, I won't. Don't worry.
40 years or whatever it is. 50 years?
Wow.
Yeah,
You had your
spoil it.
chance.
Are you allowed to stream yourself watching a movie and commenting on the movie? Is that a
You're
copyright?
allowed to do
No.
that, yes.
You are allowed.
The internet police
just
will
no.
not let you do it. I mean, what's your question?
No, you
Well,
cannot do that in most
can't, yeah.
platforms. It's the MCA. It depends. Like you can watch YouTube videos for the most part, and that's fair use, but you can't really watch a movie.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, they'll take
when
that
do-
down, right?
When
Yeah,
do
it's pretty quick.
movies go into the public domain? What's the time horizon?
It's a lot of years. It's like I don't know.
Is it
like-
75
it
years?
It's like
is.
75 or 100.
Yeah.
Music is
Really?
75.
Longer than
And
Music
if
is
you're-
25.
Disney, it
75.
never happens
75.
because they have the best lobbyists. So,
Yeah, what? You're going to go up
Yeah.
against Mickey Mouse? Good luck.
which is
Steve-
they're part of the reason why copyright is as long as it is.
Steve,
Yeah.
there's a guy in the chat named Grimbeard that always makes me laugh with his comments. So here's one. Ask
a
me the
dwarf.
question: do you want to watch 2001 tonight?
Do you want to
Ask
watch
him that
2001 tonight?
I'm sorry, Steve, I can't do that.
Oh, that's funny.
Spoiler alert. by the way,
75
that
years.
was-
I just looked it up. 75 years for movies.
75. Yeah.
Dave. My colleague is called David, so we call
Okay.
him Dave. So I always say, "Hello, Dave."
Well,
I'm
I
sorry,
guess-
I can't do that.
I guess we could live stream The Chic and watch.
That
and
was
review
come on. That was super creepy to have that calm computer voice saying,
Yeah. I mean, Hall is awesome. The
"I'm
old
sorry,
part
I
with
can't do that, Dave."
yeah,
come
that's
on.
awesome. Yeah,
Because you
it is.
can't like it was just like cold and calculating and relentless and unavoidable, and you're going to die. I don't care. It's just what's going to happen. Just shut up and die. I mean, it was very,
I
very
mean, like when he murdered the other astronaut too. I mean,
Yeah.
basically.
quietly
Yeah, but it
murders
wasn't
all
his
the other
fault.
astronauts.
It wasn't his fault, right?
So much for no spoilers.
Well, it was
Oh,
mysterious.
spoilers, kids.
All right, that's it.
first
Forget it.
movie.
Sorry.
yeah.
Like,
Right,
Well,
I'm
We're
sorry.
just watching all these things
The
before, so
spoiler
it's-
timeline is definitely over.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Now
That
let's
only-
spoil
that's
Doom.
25 That has a 25-year life shelf life. Yeah.
Oh,
So
not
25
even.
years, all bets off.
All right,
I would
Fred,
say-
you're a fan of Dune, you say, right?
Yeah, the new movie. Yeah, I am.
I'm going to
new
ask
movie.
you a couple of questions.
Oh boy.
Between the 1980s film and the one that just came out, which one do you like more?
Four
Oh,
for one.
the new one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It's not even a question.
Wait,
No, I mean,
I want him
I-
to explain himself. Use
Okay, so-
English words. Use English.
I've seen last year. I rewatched David Lynch movie like just for because I hadn't seen it like in like year. And when I was a kid, I really liked it. I even still have like the soundtrack somewhere in my
The
old
soundtrack is
CDs.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Toto made. It's like the only good thing Toto ever made, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, so and it aged badly. It's not just David Lynch work. It's just the effects, the way the stuff is designed. It aged by to me. This is my opinion. You can
Yeah, no, of course.
think I'm telling shit, but and there's thing he's doing better with the story than Denis Villeneuve did, but overall Denis Villeneuve respected the story a lot more better.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's slow. It's not like it's the David Lynch movie is overcolored. There's colors everywhere, too much color. It's too bright. It's like that's not the spirit of the book. It's like it's a word. Everything is slow. Everything is like really, really well thought. The only thing that is a bit difficult is like the book has a lot of inner voices.
Mhm.
People think, and you can read you read their thoughts. But David Lynch just went straight with narrative, like people talking in their head, and there's narration all the way through. So if someone haven't read the book, that could be hard to to understand. But Villeneuve did a really, really great job at just with the looks, the music, and the way people just like small phrases like moderate, like I remember you are. It's like it just it really worked. It's like I was really impressed with that, and the whole music. It's just also so much detail, like the spice in the air, because like you can see it, and Paul is really sensitive to it. And when he breathe it, like when they go save those harvester people, it's awesome. It's just
no, that was good. I agree. You know, as I look back on it, it is a hard story to tell without some type of inner narration, because there's so much going on in the book where people are thinking about each other and even like moment to moment type stuff. Very nuanced that way. But he was able to not do that and still tell the story, and you don't really feel lost. I mean, there was a few places where I was even like, what that per character say? Like the whispering was a little like, but
me too. Yeah.
Right. But other than that, it was great. It was, and all the action is coming right up. Like if they make that next part, it's going to be really fun to watch that.
Yeah, can't wait. We have to wait 2 years.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 more years.
Steve, we got to watch the Lynch movie. We'll watch it in 4K.
I've watched it a dozen times, but I'll watch it again.
I'd love to watch it again.
I like the Lynch movie for what it is. You know what I mean? It's like you have to like it for what it is. There's a lot of things it isn't. There's a lot of choices. Like I thought the voiceovers were clunky, although it kind of gives it a cult classic feel, which is what I like about it. The casting was fabulous. The acting was over the top. I mean, it was cartoonish, but you kind of love it. It's like a campy movie, but it's great. But the Villeneuve version was just magnificent. It was just artistic. It was, like, oh, look, he's communicating emotions with the actual acting and directing and, cinematically rather than doing a clunky voiceover to tell us what we should be seeing on screen,
I agree.
But you have to be in for an intense burn. You know what I mean? It wasn't a super high-paced action movie.
It's a slow burn.
But it's a slow but intense burn, much like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I agree. Now, no, I agree. It's just I won't go on to the 2001 because it's complicated. But
stop and agree. Just stop and agree and just forget the butt.
Ian, do what you gotta do, man.
Just say yes.
Okay.
I learned that from my wife. Just stop.
Know when to stop.
I was listening to Steve, and he actually tricked me with that, and I'm a little angry that he had to slip the 2001 back in. But anyway, guys, guess what time it is? Fred, what time is it right now? It's time.
It's quiz time. Okay, so I have to.
He's going to drop his links.
I'm doing pretty badly at those quizzes, so just so you know.
I'm not sure what happens when you all click this link as opposed to just the SGU
this is
so,
going to be an interesting experience.
We'll see if we break it. maybe not.
Click the dark energy link.
Someone asked why no self-driving harvesters in Dune, because there's no computers. That's the brilliance of the Dune world. They banned any machine that replicates the mind of man. You can't even have mechanical calculating anything. Like it can't do anything calculating at all. So self-driving, even if it wasn't digital, even if it was somehow mechanical, it's like, nah, it's like a religious belief for these people.
Yeah.
Like that's too close. You can't have anything like that at all.
Yeah, it's like someone, I read a
dumb.
comment, like someone said, oh, 10,000 years. First of all, it's 20,000 years in the future, not 10,000, because it's 10,000.
It's 10,000 AD. It's 8,000 years in the future.
No. It's 10,000 years after the guild. The guild was actually made like 11,000 year 80.
Okay, all right, you're right.
There has a new calendar anyway. So someone said, oh, they don't have the fight with swords and blade in 10,000 year in the future. It's because of the shield. Because the shield render every weapons like projectile weapon totally useless because you have to go slow. So that's
actually, remember, if you shoot a las gun at a personal shield, there's an interaction. And it explodes and kills everybody.
Because the laser are not really laser. They are not laser.
Lasers.
They are because they are like Osman effect. They have something called the Osman effect that generate the anti-gravity, the space folding, the shield, and the lasers. So it's like the same energy. So we can randomly like just explode. And you see that in the movie. I think you can see a laser like hitting one of the Etriad ship and it just blow up. I think. But yeah.
All right, everybody. So we're going to go to darkenergy.games. Chat. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Ian.
No, I was just telling chat to go to darkenergy.games.
So we talk about Dune just so hyped. It's just such a
don't get us started.
This is a universe that is very, very much needs to be explored more with other writers. Because the story is so freaking good, you know. Like, there's just a million stories, untold stories. Like the whole thing Steve was saying about no computers. Why aren't there any computers, Steve?
Well, those prequels have all been written. The whole thing, the whole timeline's been written.
They should make a TV show. Like, just keep going.
It had some good
ideas. A dozen movies.
The why is explained in the books. Is I will butcher the name, but the Butterian Jihad. It's like just before the guild happened, there was a war, and they destroyed in the Ebert, like Frank Herbert never explained it. It was more Brian Ebert, his son, and Kevin Jenderson that really go into detail into it. But all we know is like there was like something against AI, against thinking machine, and then that's when the Bene Gesserit, the guild, and the Bene Tilax that make the Menta just came into existence, and like the computers are the Menta now.
Yeah,
like when they're
computers. No, humanity almost lost. Like we almost lost that war to the machines.
Yeah,
everyone freaked out and said, "All right, no more of that."
Yeah, and that's one point I don't like about the Lynch. Lynch is, if you know Lynch, I like David Lynch, but he's into like pseudoscience, paranormal. So all his stuff is like Twin Peaks. It's all about spirits and magic, and so he has this way of the Dune universe, like the power they have in Lynch movie, feel like paranormal power. It's not. It's all thousands of years of training, of developing the human mind. It's all science. That and in the new movie, it's really better that way. It doesn't feel like magic. It's really feel like training.
We've talked about this before, and I think it's reasonable to say that if there's anything in this universe that's magic, it's the spice.
Yeah, it is. But it's a drug. It's a
drug, but it's like the one massive gimme. Yeah,
it's a metaphysical drug. There's something about it that has, But whatever, it's science fiction. I mean, it's wonderfully, it's wonderful. Hard.
Do you know where the spice comes from, Jay?
I don't say it. Of course I know.
Don't say it, but we won't say it.
Outer spice. Let's get to the quiz before we totally ruin this whole thing.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm here.
If everybody's ready, we're going to click the synchronize button when I say click. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, click.
1 second.
Perfect. 0 seconds.
These back on.
2 seconds.
Back on.
2 more seconds.
2 more seconds.
Oh, and we got breaking news. This happened about 30 minutes ago. or maybe more. But
stream crashed.
Brittany is free. So
Oh, cool.
in the chat,
Oh,
if you're excited,
more
for her
conservatorship.
conservatorship is canceled. Boom.
Finally.
Bravo.
Let me
Nice.
text
Big
her and
news. Come
congratulate
on.
her.
Big science news. Come on.
And you know what's funny about her becoming free, as much as like, you know, none of us know the real story about what's going on. But boy, are we going to find out if she needed that conservatorship or not.
Well,
Right? We're going to know. We're going to know.
Anywhere from 2 weeks to 10 years. Yeah.
But where's your threshold? I mean, you know, she's probably going to do stuff that like half of celebrities do every second Tuesday. You know what I mean? What is she going to do? Act crazy? Like
Or-
you know,
If it
do
doesn't hurt
drugs and
her,
spend money and wear
so what?
revealing clothing? I mean,
Not to sound heartless, but if she's dead within a year, that's my threshold.
I don't know.
Well,
It's
Deadpool.
because also one issue is that we don't know what she would have been like now if she didn't have that
Oh,
conservative.
totally. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
we'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
I
do this.
suspect that the people that were in control of her money liked to be in control of that much money.
that was her father.
Well,
Go figure.
Yeah, that was her dad.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah. All right, let's quiz ourselves.
All right. And I'm making
And
the
suck
start
at it.
game. And away
We
we
go.
go. Which metal was discovered by Hans Christian Ørsted in 1825?
Ørsted.
Ørsted. Was it zinc, titanium, boron, or aluminium? It should say for our
thrash metal.
English people.
Death metal.
God
It's
damn.
funny because I've heard it said as
Random
aluminum
guess.
so many times, it
Yeah.
doesn't bother me anymore.
I know.
You've
Aluminum does
acclimated?
kind of sound weird.
Aluminium?
Christian Ørsted.
All right.
I have no
guessing.
idea.
We're guessing.
Wrote Thumbelina, I
Everyone's
think.
There's nothing wrong with taking a guess.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Got to make a lot of decisions in life that are just on your gut.
Is that
you know?
moron or boron?
Yes. It's a character.
Depends.
From,
If you answer correctly,
What?
we'll find out.
Ooh.
And the answer is
Called it.
Ah,
Called
God
it.
Aluminium.
damn.
aluminum.
I thought
But
it was
Jay,
older
did you
than
know-
that.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
Did you
Steve?
know that Thumbelinium was discovered by Hans Christian Andersen?
Thank you. I teed that up for you.
Boom.
perfect.
What do you mean you
That was
teed
good.
up?
That was actually funny, Steve.
Very good.
Oh my God, the time
Hans
between these
Christian
questions.
Andersen. Do, 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 do.
We
Remember
have to
watching
fill up
that
the time.
growing
We could
up?
dance.
Danny Kaye.
Danny Kaye,
Where
man,
would
he
we
was
be
great.
without
He was
medals,
funny.
guys? We have to give it up to medals. They're pretty damn
Yeah.
Give it up
Yeah,
to
We
metal.
medals.
love medals.
Good.
Right? Brad.
Yeah.
Uh,
We
Get
love
Rachel in
metal.
here.
and the next
Oh
one.
yeah.
All right, next question. What did Al Capone's business card state his occupation was? Used furniture dealer, gambler, art exploiter, or chemist?
Art
It was
exploiter.
forget about
Exploiter or
it.
exporter?
exporter.
Well, chemist. he
Oh, did I
sells
say
alcohol.
exploiter?
You did.
Yeah, it's art
An
exploiter.
art exploiter.
God damn.
Isn't that basically what they do?
Pretty
Exploiter.
much.
Do I vote for the funny one or the one I think is right?
I mean, you know, in the end, Fred, the only one that really cares about the right or wrong answers is you. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? If we were
I wanna
playing
do
for,
good.
if we were playing for Paw Paw Jelly, you know, then you
Yeah.
gotta get it
Mm.
right, man.
Well, I'm doing pretty good on science or fiction overall this year, so. Ah!
The answer is used.
That's my
furniture
second
dealer.
choice.
That was
Used
my first choice, and I changed
furniture
it.
dealer.
Well,
Never change your first choice.
What
Yeah,
makes
that's
the
right.
Paw Paw-
except if the
I
host
think
reveals
first
the
is
door
one
with
you
the
should
goat.
use.
What
I
makes
never
Paw Paw
learned.
butter versus Paw Paw jelly or Paw Paw jam? Or
That's
something?
a great question. All right, I can answer part of it, and then I'm going to let Sharon answer the rest. The difference between jelly
You have
and
15 seconds.
jam is jam has what the pulp of the fruit, and it's not just like made out of fruit juices. Jelly is made out of fruit juices, right?
Please pass the jelly.
Jelly is gelatin.
Yeah,
That-
but
that's
butter
Jam doesn't shake
I
like
thought
that.
Butter is something.
Next
supposed to have a-
question. What is
No.
xenophobia? What is
Ah.
xenophobia? Is it well, I guess it
It's
means
fear
is it a
of one of
fear
these
of dogs, fear of parrots, fear of cats, fear of ferrets?
I don't know what Sino is, so. God damn.
All right, well, now that we have
Jam.
another 30 seconds to talk here,
Sino McDermott?
Sharon, what
20
makes it
seconds.
butter?
That's what they call it.
If it's better.
Technically, you
it's
could call it
smooth.
pawpaw jam probably as well, just because it's the whole fruit. So
Yeah.
But it kind of mashes into. I mean, it's like apple butter. Apple butter. It's apple jam. It's the same thing. It's the whole fruit.
And the answer is
man.
fear of dogs.
I chose ferrets.
Or loathing.
Me too.
I chose
Me
ferrets.
too.
Yeah, because I don't know what Sino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know Sino was dog.
Is that like Greek instead of Latin or something? What's up there?
Gynophobia.
I
like
guess dog because
canine,
C,
okay.
canine.
Also,
stem.
apparently there was a copyright ruling of like 19 something, 43, I think I saw, that says now it's 93 years. By the way.
Eee.
Oh, for movies?
For
Wow.
public domain. If anything before that time
One of
period
those
was
Disney movies
public
came
domain.
up for renewal, and that's how they got it. They probably extended it every
No,
time.
they'll just forget it.
Every time the
Yeah, it's-
original Disney cartoon comes up as available
Right.
out of copyright, Disney is going to fight
Steamboat
tooth
Willie.
and nail to keep copyright
Next
going
question.
longer and longer.
Yep,
What is the
it's
most
from the Greek? It's the
consumed-
Greek. That's why we didn't recognize it. Go ahead.
Next question. What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world? Is it tea, Coca-Cola, coffee, or bottled water?
Water manufacturer.
The most consumed. Is that Bob Ross?
What
He's
happened?
putting a-
with some
Yeah,
of
is that
them
Bob
in
It
the
is.
game
It is.
altogether.
You could say it's manufactured simply because it goes through a plant. It's processed.
Sure, it's bottled.
That is Bob Ross beverage. This is like an energy drink that somebody somehow got the branding for. This is
Bob
real.
Ross energy drink.
Makes you want to paint happy trees.
Energy drink are disgusting. Tea. Goddamn! I chose Coca-Cola.
And the answer
I went, like,
is tea.
If you're
No, I
ever
chose Coca-Cola.
tea is the most drinked everything in the world. It is. It beats everything.
It's the most drinked drink.
Drinks.
the most drink.
Drank.
And it,
Is anybody watching Ted
Gets
Lasso,
drunk.
the TV show?
Yeah.
Yes,
No.
it's awesome.
No,
No.
no spoilers, please.
it's on Apple, so I have to
It's about football.
download them. But I'm watching For All Mankind right now. It's
That's great,
awesome.
right?
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. We all appreciate that.
It kind of like Apple is kind of messing up Foundation, which is not really good. So that's yeah.
And the next one is, what was the first toy to be advertised on television? Was it the Slinky, a Viewmaster, a wind-up robot, or Mr. Potato Head?
Viewmaster's those things where it's like you hold up your head and you
Yeah,
the-
exactly. Yeah.
Click, click.
I remember all of them, so that makes them all
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. I had some of them. I had some of them. The wind up robot didn't. God damn.
Remember those old Slinky commercials? The
How about
Slinky,
that?
the Slinky, for fun, it's a wonderful
Yeah.
toy.
I'm finding a robot right now.
Took a piece of
Oh, yeah.
industrial waste or something and turned it into a toy.
Yeah.
That's great.
Will I have one right?
And the answer is Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head.
Oh boy,
Mr. Potato Head.
Mr.
I
Potato
love
Head.
that
Hey,
the
good line.
original Mr. Potato Head was just the plastic parts that go into the potato. You had to use a real
You had to
potato.
supply the potato.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I
The
believe that.
original
Sure.
was just the
That's-
parts
Oh,
and
I
use
think
the
that,
parts.
that is more genius.
So you had to give the parts
the
head.
older one.
easy, Bob.
Sorry.
But everyone had potato back then. It's like half the food. Everyone was potato.
Yeah, but think about it. You could actually then play with your food. You play with the potato for a little while, then you boil it and you eat it. You're good.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
It's fun. Depression era.
All right.
Okay.
In a few seconds, we're done.
Oh my god. 0! I'm proud of it.
0.
Yeah.
Fred,
Yes.
you got 0?
Detritus.
All right. As I scroll down, I'm seeing, a really nice mix, which is what you want to see
God.
from someone that's making it. I mean, very much even distribution with a little bit more of the 20%ers. Most people, 48% of us picked aluminum, which is correct. 58% got the used furniture one correct.
Really? Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh, most of us picked ferrets.
I chose zinc because I heard that aluminium, like back in medieval time, was really expensive. Like
No, 19th
Wasn't
century
that
is when
far
it was
back.
really
It was-
expensive.
yeah,
Yeah.
but because I heard something about like Louis XIV, like having like an aluminium set or something about like
That was in the 1800s. Zinc is an ancient metal. It was alloyed with copper to make bronze and brass and stuff. So so zinc was at least thousands of years.
So I had a false historic factor in my head, and it just messed me up.
Was there something called alum, ALUM? Because
that's a spice or something, isn't it?
No, it's
a thing.
Yeah, it is, but I can't think of what it is.
Consult the Oracle.
Let's see.
Yeah,
chat is also
aluminum is interesting. It was so valuable. There's a theater up in, I think it's in either Cleveland or Akron, that the proscenium is completely covered in aluminum because it was so valuable that it was a very fancy thing to do. Was to use that as your instead of gold leaf, it's aluminum leaf.
Alum is a hydrated double sulfate salt of aluminum. There you go.
Hydrate.
Was it discovered before or after aluminum?
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was like pure aluminum. Okay, yeah, that's why.
Let's
look. Guys, have a quick announcement.
It was found in ancient Greek archaeological sites. So they had it.
It was.
So Frank, is the guy who has written the quiz software. He also is in charge of the Skeptics Guide Minecraft server, which is, what is that? Is that skeptics dot? What is that? What's the address on that?
It's somewhere in Discord. I'll find it.
All right, while you're doing that. So anyway, but there's a couple of people who did some really big builds on there. There's a player named Ador who did built the fairground for the SGU on there, which is pretty cool. And I can't remember. Somebody else built some gigantic thing last week too. It's just really cool. There's a ton of stuff on there. If you're interested, you should go. If you like Minecraft and you like the SGU, you should go here.
I have a castle in there.
Yeah, I am building a secret castle with a keep around it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Steve and I did the same thing.
The village?
What's that?
Have you populated the village?
Not yet. I got to get enough doors in there, and then I'll make. You gotta have a certain number of doors. Then you got to make an iron golem, and then you think you could populate villagers.
I think it's Golem. Golem is like the Lord of the Rings character.
Golem
it is.
Golem. Is it the other way around?
I think Golem is like
Golem is Lord of the Rings, and Gollum.
No, Gollum is the Lord of the Rings. Golem is like the old Jewish thing.
Avi's right.
Oh yeah, the traditional
right?
Golem.
Yeah.
So if you go to skeptics.social, I believe that's where you can sign up to get access.
Wait, is that it? You just type. You got it. It's 3 words. It's skeptics.social.something.
Yeah, but I think that's the forum that you sign up at, right? Or it's minecraft.skeptics.social.
That's it.
I think is
that's what you put in to get there.
I think you have to actually make an account.
Kraftwerk.
Jace, when is the food getting to your house?
7 o'clock.
7. All right.
Pop's ready.
Yeah, we have movie night.
I'm ready for some Indian
movie
food.
night.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky.
Well, let's take a few questions before we call it quits tonight. You can feel free to ask any of our guests questions too if you want.
Except me, because I have to go proctor an exam.
That's true.
Oh, we had a math question, but okay.
Go
Avi,
lord
thank
over
you
those
very
students,
much,
Avi.
Punish the cheaters.
Thanks, Avi.
You're a proctorologist?
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Exactly.
Avi, if you're feeling weird or like brain is rotting in any way, call the rest of us. Make sure you tell the rest of us that you're not doing well.
Okay.
Wait,
Turning
quick,
into
Euler's
zombies.
identity, go.
All right. I guess I just exit out of this tab.
Yeah, you
Goodbye.
should just
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Avi.
That's okay.
God, what a pain in the ass.
Oh, thank goodness he's gone.
Hey, yo.
Any chance he's going to come back and watch this
Hey,
part?
come on.
Ooh, hey, yo.
Imagine what they say about us, Fred, after
Yeah,
you
boy.
leave.
Oh, Sharon,
never
and Fred,
leaving.
These are the best.
All right.
Question, Ian.
That's right. Hi SGU. We all have so many gadgets nowadays, many with connections directly into our ears. How safe are they? Do earbuds, for example, affect our future hearing capabilities?
So the risk to your hearing is from volume. Basically, it's all volume related, and you can break the hair cells on, the hairs on your hearing cells at whatever the frequency is of the loud noise that you hear. We tend to lose the more delicate ones as we get older, as we age, because just over time they're going to get exposed to something, and that's the higher frequency noises. So we tend to lose the highest frequencies as we age. Earbuds themselves are fine as long as you're not blasting it too loud. But if you go to concerts and you get close to the speakers and that can ruin your hearing too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just volume. It's all volume related.
All right. Here's my Friday question from Michaels. If you had to challenge all the other rogues one at a time to the same competitive endeavor of some sort, e.g. arm wrestling, some sport, eating contest, chess, octopus throwing, or a card game, what would you choose to be sure you'd win against everyone?
Bench pressing.
Neurology quiz.
Well, it's easy for Steve because he has lots of knowledge sectors that he would be able to probably beat us on.
Bench pressing. Easy win.
Any video game.
What
Any
the
video
hell?
game.
What do you mean any
The
video? Like,
Rodown.
first off,
You
I
heard me.
challenge you to Pong.
You heard me.
Like, what are we going to play? Witcher against each other? Like, what are you talking
Or like
about?
whatever, any competitive head-to-head video game.
That's because I don't agree with that, Steve. I think I would hold my own and probably.
Well, that sounds like a challenge.
You want to see Twister? Chat
Steve,
wants
I
to
am
see
throwing
Twister.
down the pawpaw. We are going to do this. Ian,
We're gonna
figure
play
it out.
for one jar of pawpaw butter.
Oh boy. And if you want to watch that gaming
but he has to beat
competition,
all of us.
Alpha Quadrant
Steve,
system.
Steve, that would be actually kind of funny if we could use the VR hookup that Ian has figured out how to do. We could actually play and everyone could see it.
Beat Saber.
Yeah, we could do
I
a Beat
remind you
Saber.
when we were younger and we had Atari in those games, I would kick your ass consistently. I'm just gonna remind you.
Yeah, and I'm 5 years younger than you. You're 10 and I'm 5. Yes, you won.
You're 4 years younger than me. It's not 5.
Close enough. Close enough.
I challenge that memory.
All right. I mean, look, of course, I'm going to
Wow.
throw out the most obvious thing I'm going to say. I will, without a doubt, eat all of you under the table. There is nobody that can eat more than me on the podcast. Done.
Challenges are
Yeah, I'm
brutal.
not sure.
I
I
can
would.
see.
Jay once ate 11 Big Macs. What
Now,
was the
the
number?
number keeps going up. It was 7, right, Bob?
Seven or eight. 7 or 8. I was there and I bought them for him. Yes, I remember.
7 or 8.
You ate
Big
like
Macs.
6,000 calories.
That
worth
was
of Big
nuts.
Macs.
Way
That was
more than
nuts.
that, Evan, that was
Aren't they
a
about
week's worth of
700
food.
each?
Dude, one Big Mac is one
wait.
day worth of food.
It's not. No, 2,000 calories in a Big
Calories.
Mac. That's not right.
Somebody
Hang
look
on.
it up, please.
Calories in a Big Mac. It's
Hey
about
Siri, how
700.
many calories are in a big pack?
Big
Big
pack.
Pack.
A big pack.
That's
563.
Siri isn't going to answer that.
Well, how many says Steve?
563. But
No,
are you talking about
They vary a little.
cheese
Fries,
and
yeah.
ketchup and everything?
There is cheese.
Of course,
on there.
cheese. You need
That
cheese.
can't
Call it
burger.
even
possibly be
600.
true. That can't possibly be true. The bread alone is 500 calories.
Well, this is now. When we were younger, I think they were more.
Yeah, that's right. The sandwich itself was larger, physically larger.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
they
Well,
shrink-
that's
they
not a
shrink
lot of
the-
calories. I could
How
probably
many calories in a
in
1980s Big Mac? That's what
That's a good question right there.
Oh, God.
1980.
That's right. We
Yeah,
will
I
be
just-
doing a
I
TikTok
have this-
mukbang with Jay.
I can. What's that? Who happened?
I said we're going to do a TikTok mukbang with Jay.
All right. I don't know what that means, but it sounds
Okay.
fun.
That sound.
It's something. Don't worry about it. I'll set it up.
Next question.
Oh boy, this one is just epically long. I can't read it. It's too long.
Sum up.
Chat, put some questions in the chat while I try to figure this out. It's a paragraph. Nosy
It
Nick,
is.
why?
Yeah.
Long one though, so sharing in advance. BBC article, regular 10 p.m. bedtime linked to lower heart risk. A bunch of articles. A news article doesn't match the conclusion. B, even looking at the results might be better written. Going to bed really early or late might be bad for you, maybe. Okay, what's the benefit of going to bed at a regular time versus like later or earlier? Is there
Well, does it have to do with consistency rather than the actual time
So-
itself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with the study that this person summarized, but my understanding of the literature is that overall, it doesn't matter when you go to sleep as long as you're consistent.
Yeah. That's
So
what I
if you're a
thought, too.
late, someone who goes to bed late and gets up late, or goes to bed early and gets up early, that's fine. It's all good.
Carrot.
The best thing is to be consistent, and because it's just hard on our brains to try to shift your sleepy time. So I'm not sure if that answers the question, but that's
Sure.
that's what I know.
I might have to get this call.
We got a question about why did the intro music for the live stream change back to the original podcast music? The SGU
Yeah, I
computer
wanna
was
know
kind of
Hello?
offline for a little bit, and so we reverted to using this system, which I haven't made a intro with the
What the
new music,
fuck?
but I will. I swear.
What, Jay?
Yeah, because
Okay.
the live stream music was awesome.
Yeah,
Jay,
we'll-
was
I'll put
that
it
Dell
back.
on the
I'll
phone,
put it
Jay?
back.
Who
No,
was
that was I'm waiting for someone to call me back, and I get so many spam phone calls. So
Yeah,
this one
I
didn't
hate
flag
that.
as spam. It was just like some number in Arizona. I'm like, it might be the person I've been waiting to talk to all
Yep.
day. And then I got this big pause, and then they do this new thing now where they can say your name. They're like, "Hi, Jay, how are you?" I'm like,
That doesn't sound
Hi,
right.
Jay.
Hello,
How
Jay.
are you?
What's that?
I think what we all deserve. They should get these people that do these spam phone calls and bring them into all the empty malls in the United States and let us line up and each get to kick them. Each one of these assholes. I am so sick of these spam phone calls. Why the Christ do governments exist? Why
Well,
does our
if I
government
get the
not stop this
pause-
shit? Why don't they fucking
I just hang
stop it?
up. If I hear the
No, but it's-
pause, like you have 1 second to start talking, and then I hang up on you.
It's
If the
so
pause
it's
is-
such.
Do
I
you
know, but
see-
Steve, it's still an epic waste of time. You ever been in the shower and you're waiting for a phone call? I'm literally picking up the phone while I'm in the shower.
No, that I don't do.
Oh,
That's the
these
Baba
assholes.
Bada talking.
Oh
You
my
guys
God.
pawpaw. When you eat pawpaw, it makes you angry.
It angries up the blood.
Oh my god.
Steve, have you
Yeah.
heard? Do you ever hear like
Sure.
a pause and then you hear like a boop, like a boop noise?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, you might hear. Yeah, you might hear a technical.
What is
Yeah.
that
sound.
Yeah,
damn
the
thing?
electric switch over from
Like,
the automated
Hello,
to the
click.
operator.
Sorry,
We have a-
As soon as I
We
hear
have
that
a lot
boop,
less
I'm out.
up here, though. Yeah, stricter law on robocalls, but we still got
Yeah.
them. But yeah, there's always like a boop, and it's weird because since I'm in Quebec,
Is it all a
so
boop?
I didn't like go to the hallway that I'm Canadian, but I'm from Quebec and I'm a separatist, so I don't consider myself as Canadian. But
Yeah, that's right.
but
Viva
yeah,
Quebec.
but since we talk French and like most of them like straight in English, it's like it's the first filter. It's like, yep, it's just crap. It's because it's illegal to have like a English only like phone call. They have to offer like option.
Yeah.
Like it will call you in French and say, if you want English, press 9, for example. So from the start, when it's in English only, you just hook up and just
Well, remind me
Yep.
not to call you.
no, I will know. Just text
Yeah,
me before.
My point is though, like governments exist literally
Yeah.
for exactly these reasons. Like we have the FCC that is supposed to take control of crazy things like this. Wow, a new technology is being disruptive in some kind of way, and fix the goddamn problem. You know what I mean? Like if the FCC isn't fixing this problem, what the hell are they doing? What do those 20,000 people do that work for the FCC if they're not fixing this particular problem? Think about it. They're just sitting around fucking off, making money. Like it just pisses me off.
God,
Like, crying out
no,
loud.
really?
Jay is now hangry.
I am
Yeah.
angry.
He started with a rant that crashed the stream, by the way.
Oh,
Now
that's what
now-
happened
Now
if
we're
you-
ending the show with the rant.
One more question, Ian, and then we're
I'm
out
out
of
of here. Bye, guys.
Bye, Bob. I'll see you
Bye,
soon.
Bob.
Bye, Bob.
Bye-bye.
How are you going?
There was one
Oh,
about
thank God, he's gone.
whether you accept or know about the term agnostic.
No, I've
Agnostic?
never heard of it before.
It's
IG
kind of trying to
agnostic?
split the difference between like
Ignoble?
theist, well, gnostic,
Eggnog?
atheist, and whatever. Blah, blah, blah. The in between. Like you shouldn't make a claim about the existence of God until God is defined or something like that. But it's kind of I don't know. It's splitting
Okay.
hairs to a point.
Seems
where it's
seems like
who
an
gives a shit.
unnecessary splitting of hairs. But first I'm hearing of it, I'll have to look into it and see if I think there's any value to it.
Yeah.
It's just hard to put a label on something like that because it's always going to be, well, what do you mean? And there's this nuance and that, you know what I mean? Like there's not, if as soon as you try to boil it down to one term, somebody will come up with a variation on it that doesn't quite fit, and you have to come up with another term. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Go
How
ahead.
cool would it be if that thing that Bob put in his chair actually started moving? That would be
Mhm.
if he
Oh,
rigged
yeah.
that,
Bob
like the arm goes up or something. That would be funny.
Starts talking.
Sharon,
Next
I get
week,
the
yeah.
idea that you like to laugh at me when I'm angry.
Unlike Bruce Banner, we like you when you're angry.
You are entertaining no matter what, Jay.
I just I don't know. I just feel like there's so many things wrong in the world that we can fix. Like there are fixable problems and there
It's
are
frustrating.
unfixable problems.
Yeah.
Let's fix the ones we
Yeah.
have control over. And then we will stick together to make the ones we can't fix. Like we'll help each other with the shit that we can't fix. But
We're politically dysfunctional,
We
which we
are.
could fix, but we can't because we're politically dysfunctional.
Yeah, but freedom. What
Yeah,
about
of course.
Freedom?
Fred, have you
There's
heard
no freedom. There's
I
8
love-
billion people in this world. There's no freedom.
Yeah, right. The
spell freedom
illusion
now.
of freedom. Wonderful.
In the United States, the people who are anti-stupidity say freedom is spelled FREEDUMB. I love that.
Freedom. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want freedom? Go live in the woods.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you're Canadian,
Yeah.
so you already live in the woods, right?
Wow.
Speaking of Canada, remember when Bugs
woods
Bunny
and the snow.
used to joke around about Saskatchewan, and I grew up thinking it was like some
Saskatoon,
weird.
I think you'd say.
No, I thought he said Saskatchewan, didn't he?
No, he said Saskatchewan, sarsaparilla.
Yeah, but he used
Oh,
to,
that.
Bugs Bunny made fun of it, and I thought it was a fake place that meant nowhere. And then one day I was like learning.
Yeah, like Fiji.
Yeah, exactly. And Eskimos. But I remember
I used to
finding-
do that to my kids. I did it to your kids too. You see, when you're talking to them about something where you're talking about a place, like, are we going to go somewhere? Are we going to do something? I keep throwing out place names that are real but sound fake, and so they don't believe you. Like you mean like
Throwing a truth or
Saskatchewan
consequences.
or Madagascar or Timbuktu.
Yeah, Timbuktu,
Constantinople.
totally.
Yeah, they think I'm making up fake words, but they're all real places.
All right, to close it out, Sharon, I really enjoyed having some patrons on with us. And if you're interested, it would be fun if you could wrangle people every once in a while to come and join us for some, yeah, you know what I mean? Just like we'll grab a smaller group of people, bring them on the live stream. Do you think
Yeah, but
that's
no
a lot of work?
assholes. We have to vet the hell.
Is that a lot of work?
Yeah.
It would just be Discord people.
No, that wouldn't be hard to do.
Only if they have
Find people
skills.
that would like to do it.
We want
have
people with
nunchuck
skills.
skills.
Nunchuck skills, right? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Not a
Now,
problem. When we
like
have
part-
our weekly Zoom meeting, you can tell who's personable and who isn't. Not a problem.
Excellent.
And please, try to not let Fred's ego go berserk after this, okay?
Mhm.
You got to talk him back down to reality. He's going to get all like, I'm Canadian and they don't know what they're talking about. And I was so
I'm
funny.
not Canadian.
Just walk it back,
Yeah,
Fred.
I'm not.
He's not Canadian.
You are such an egotistical guy. I can't
Oh,
stand
yeah.
it. I bust your stones because I love you, brother. That's why
Yeah.
I'm making fun of you. All right, we are done. It's time to eat. Everybody have a great weekend. And I'm going to say this: if you're in Colorado and you haven't purchased a ticket, it's not too late. There are some
Go do
tickets
it.
left to both of the private shows. We're very, very close to full capacity, but it's still not too late. And we will see you in
In a
tomorrow's
couple
podcast.
weeks.
Yeah,
Do
yeah, we won't be
Absolutely
back.
do it.
We are
Do
not.
it.
We're off
Guys are
next
off,
week,
guys.
right? We're off next week.
Yes. No.
Are we off the following
live
week?
stream next week? No.
So
Well,
the day
the
after
following week's the
Thanksgiving,
day
we're
after
on.
Thanksgiving.
What do you think? Does anybody want us to do this the day after Thanksgiving?
I'm
I'm
home.
not going
definitely
to
off
even be
next
home.
week.
Whatever.
I won't even be
We
home.
can do
so
it
I
Yeah, so
don't
remote.
no,
know.
so we're gonna take 2 weeks off. We're gonna take 2
2
weeks
weeks
off.
off.
I just
Ooh.
decided. 2 weeks
All
off.
right,
Sorry.
2 weeks.
We'll see you after Thanksgiving.
Bye, everybody.
3 weeks from now.
Bye. It was
Bye.
fun. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Fred. Bye, Sharon. Thank you, Ian.
Oh, Sharon and Fred are gone. Thank good. Oh, they're still here.
Watching you.
Skeptic's Guide to the Universe is produced by SGU Productions, dedicated to promoting science and critical thinking. For more information, visit us at theskepticsguide.org. Send your questions to info@theskepticsguide.org. And if you would like to support the show and all the work that we do, go to patreon.com/skepticsguide and consider becoming a patron and becoming part of the SGU community. Our listeners and supporters are what make SGU possible.
Bob. Bob. We're still live, by the way. This is the after.
an
show.
Easter egg.
After show.
This is the
the
after show. They don't even
Oh,
know.
cool! I love it. Let's
How
start
come we
Easter.
can only see
Yes.
Bob? What's happening?
I full screen because he's the star of the show. Come on,
That
man.
is
Like,
that is a
Wow.
really awesome.
Actually,
Yeah,
that's more animated than he was actually during
Welcome
the
to the
real
after show,
today.
everybody.
Yeah.
This is the after show. Evan, Ian, and I decided that since we usually, by politeness, stay on until the exit sound, music ends, and we just feel like it's rude to just walk away and hang up.
It is. I can't do it. It's just not natural to me.
Me either. I know, but that's like after we record the podcast, we like to chit chat a little bit. Like something always comes up, and we're still talking for like hours. It could be crazy.
Oh, we have business to talk about. We have all sorts of
Business,
things, we got to take advantage of it when we can. We're not going to talk business here while we're streaming.
No.
But we did decide that,
great
we're going to try this out every once in a while, maybe. I'm
Evan,
liking it so far.
me too.
Steve's gone, right? Yeah.
Right,
I think
yeah.
it's going really well. It'll be
He
funny
goes away quick.
when they finally figure it out, because nobody that does this show watches the stream. I wonder how long it'll take them to figure out that we've been talking behind their backs. You know what I mean? It'll be fun. Nobody, don't email Bob.
Don't tell them.
Or Steve, the other
This
guy.
will be our secret. Ian,
adults
Jay,
only,
me,
SGU.
Skeleton Bob, and all of you. watching this. It's our
SGU.
secret.
SGU. So, Evan, let me ask you a question.
Go for it, Jay.
Did you enjoy having the patrons on tonight?
Absolutely. Yes. More variety. It was different, and I'm always for
Totally.
different and trying out new things. So yes.
Yeah, I think we should do it more often. I thought it was
I
a lot
agree.
of fun. I mean, it's cool to meet people too. There's so many. We have so many patrons, and it would be fun to get to know some more people. So when we do have live
Agreed.
events, that we actually know who we're talking to.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, and it's it's a nice touch with the listeners. The people who have been listening to us for so long. It's just great to get to know them on this extra level, as it were.
Totally.
Definitely.
Ian, how many people stayed long enough to hear this, by the way?
It looks like there's 378 people still watching.
That's impressive.
What? That's almost the whole. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's pretty good. I mean, some people probably walked away, but yeah, we did get another question that I didn't get a chance to ask. But what's Steve's opinion? So you guys can answer for Steve.
We'll answer for Steve. Go ahead.
On the Wheel of Time series.
Yes.
I'm not even. Sure.
I can't answer that one.
I can't answer that because that's more. Yeah.
Sorry.
Opinions are
Bob?
hard.
Well,
Nothing
Bob
from
is
Bob. Nothing from Bob.
has
All right,
some
so that's
very-
his. Yeah. That's his
Bob
thought.
just, he's got the attitude. Look at the attitude on
I
him,
know.
just sitting there,
He's closed-lipped.
with the eyes
Sort
and the
of.
mouth and everything.
not even looking at us, like we
No.
don't matter.
What kind of shirt is that? Is that like a puffy shirt? What is
I
that?
like. Let me ask you a question, Evan and Ian.
Mhm.
If you were dead, like that thing
Mhm.
sitting in Bob's chair, would your shirt be that clean? Because the answer is no,
Probably not.
right?
Probably not.
I try to take care of myself after death. Even.
It depends on who's taking care of your cadaver after death, and they may perhaps they're changing their shirt out every day. So
That's nice. That's
it's
nice.
Yeah.
possible.
It's in my contract.
You'd have to have some assistance though.
So we on Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
we pack ourselves into an airplane and we all fly out to Colorado,
True.
and then we have 3 shows in 4 days. Well, we're getting there afternoon on Wednesday, so we have a show a day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Everybody goes home on Sunday, except me, because I'm staying there for the holiday.
Right.
Quite
right.
But I am so looking forward to this. My God, like we haven't done any live performances in a long time, and this one has been delayed for 2 years.
Right? Jeez, this just got pushed and pushed and pushed, and finally it is here. Yeah, very much looking forward to it. Getting back into the routine, the extravaganza is a great show. It's my very biased opinion, but we have fun doing it, and the feedback's been great.
Yeah, it is a ton of
wonderful
fun.
time. Wonderful time.
It's fun because we're not putting on like a show. Like it's not a theatrical performance. Like we are doing a lot of improv, and we are entertained ourselves because we're making each other laugh. There's a lot of that. Like we have no idea. Like George could literally put us in almost any situation that he wants to.
True.
So I just love the extravaganza. To me, is really like letting our hair down and just having a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which,
absolutely.
anybody in the chat coming? Is anybody
That's a
in the
good
chat
question.
coming
Let's see.
Someone named Sarah said she was
hello, Sarah.
coming. She'll
Cool.
be there. Imagine a few others. Jackie will be there.
I didn't see that. You
Our
must
friend
skip the chat
Jackie,
before.
Jacqueline. She's Discord.
Oh.
And I first met Jackie in 2011 at the TAM. And we became friends then because we had very nice conversations at that TAM, and have chit-chatted on and off since.
That's cool. I know. It's interesting to think out of the 16 plus years that we've been doing this. Man, this whole thing that we've done has introduced me to so many good people. It's mind-blowing. And it makes me realize like it's really healthy to have an important hobby, one that you're dedicated to, because you will end up meeting, you know, I'm not saying like, you could do hobbies at home and not interact. Like if you could have some type of social hobby, it will very likely, it will introduce you to a lot of people, which is good. It's very healthy.
Yes, I agree. Intellectually stimulating to say the least. I learn a lot from the people who listen to the SGU in their feedback that we get from emails, the chatting I do online with them, certainly the face-to-face meets that we do. Everyone has an expertise of some level. There are a lot of professors, a lot of teachers out there, a lot of doctors and scientists, and I just love learning about what it is their specialty is. And I'm the one who benefits from that, frankly, because I'm a neophyte when it comes to just about everything.
Yeah, like as an example, like Charlie, who's in the chat right now.
Charlie.
He works at Google, and Charlie has helped me many times. Like I've had to email him and ask for help, and you know, it's just an incredible resource to have people that have varied skills or contacts or whatever. Like, look at that guy helped Steve with his solar panel problem.
Absolutely.
Right, because the SGU is a network in and of itself.
Oh
You
yeah,
know
it's
what I mean?
oh yeah. The community should be helping each other. Each of us have skills that we can help each other with. Definitely.
Yeah, Evan,
I've had some people ask me some accounting questions. I'm happy to help out when I can. Yeah. Yep. So that's what I
Ian
have.
brings me falafel. Ian, when we get together
every couple months.
Ian is about to start. He's about to be our pizza man.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
The
The pizza oven is almost done.
Yeah, let's take some more pictures. I want to see where it's at.
Okay, it's pretty good. It's gonna be
All
fun.
right, so guys, this is a successful little thing we invented here. This is good.
I agree. And eventually we'll let Steve know about it. Maybe next year sometime.
Nah, forget it.
You know, but the thing is, it's not the same. If people don't leave, then the vibe doesn't change.
Yeah, it did actually drop. I think there were just people who like walked away or didn't notice, but it's like 188 now. So it's like we got like a third maybe of people from before.
Well, the higher quality fans stuck around.
Right, of course.
Somebody asked, "How is Jay not starving at this point?" And the answer is, "I am."
He
I
is.
happen to know that the food will be delivered at 7
in his pocket.
Yeah.
So like this extra 10 minutes that I'm here is not hurting me because it doesn't matter. Because if I go downstairs, there's not going to be any food down there for me.
I have to feed my dogs, but they'll wait.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They're good. They're fine. They're not bothering me yet.
I have to go
guys.
kiss the baby goodnight. So
yeah, let's close this down. So hey,
all right, hey, good after show.
Don't tell anyone. Everybody that's here, don't tell anyone because the people that left lost out. That's it.
You don't need to know.
Right. It's like that movie, The Beach.
No,
remember?
AQ6 is not dead.
You don't
yeah, right.
The Beach. Not dead.
No, we have more episodes that we're pumping.
We have a Weta documentary that we shot before the pandemic that is finally getting approved. It's in the approval process at Weta right now, meaning they have to watch it and make sure that we are not doing or saying anything that's secret because we went into their lair, so they have to look at every video and be like, oh, you can't show that. You can't show
very
this.
restricted. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's coming out probably, now it's like, it could be any day now or a week from now. And then we have a bunch of AQ6 episodes in the can. So we have a lot of stuff to push out now. So it's back. And Evan, have a great weekend. Ian, have a great weekend.
Jay and Ian, thank you both. Bob, you too.
Yes.
Yeah, good night, Bob. Watch this. Evan, watch this.
Yeah.
Bob, good night, man. It was good doing the live stream with you.
You too, Jay.
Yeah. Oh, hey. All right, good. Thanks, Bob. Be good, man.
Sounded like him.
Slurping my coffee, Jay.
Good night, everybody.
Wave good
Be
night.
good.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So long. I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Oh. Bob stream. All right,
hello, I'm Bob.
Happy Watermelon's Giving, everybody.